start recording now. We've got our rolling challenge group. So that's for anybody who's completed a challenge group in the past, like it's not their first time. That started on January 1st. We also have our newbie group. Our newbie group is for anyone starting their first time in a challenge group. That starts on Monday with prep week. We'll start workouts and nutrition on the 14th, going all in. So we have those two groups. You can be inviting to those if you're participating in my groups. And Monday also starts our new coach training that I know most of the coaches are recommitting to, redoing the new coach training to start the year off with accountability towards their business. TransforME launches on January 14th, and the weekend of January 12th is Super Weekend, meaning there is a Super Saturday, Friday, or Sunday event in your area. So if you don't know where it is, figure out where the one is closest to you. Let me know if you need help finding that out. And get there. Those events like breathe life into me. It's fire for my business. If you live in Charleston, I'll be on the Charleston Elite panel. So there's that. We're going to talk about getting to Elite this year, but I do want to remind you guys that we are an Elite team 2 years in a row, and you guys are to thank for that. So we're going to learn today about how you guys can be leading your own Elite team, and we have my favorite corporate mentor with us today, Keyshawn Graves. And I think she's still here. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hi.
I'm here. I'm just watching.
So Keyshawn is my favorite, and she left me and she went to the West Coast, but I'm excited to chat with you today.
Yay. Well, thanks for having me. And it's 12 o'clock on a Thursday. I think that this just means so much that you guys are here together talking business, celebrating your successes and the lives that you guys are impacting. So thanks for having me. And I'm going to jump in. I have about 30 minutes planned, and you guys know a lot of this. As a matter of fact, let me ask you first, who has seen the Champions Page training on the road to Elite? Kevin Shaw did it. Okay. No worries if you haven't seen it. That helps me understand who I'm talking to and how deep I need to go. So like Steph mentioned, I'm Keyshawn Graves. First of all, I work for Beachbody Corporate. I'm not a coach. The value that I get to bring is the fact that I work with so many amazing coaches, and I get to hear their tips and best practices. I work in the West and Central region now. I used to work in the Southeast region with you all. Is anybody in the West or Central? Where do you guys live?
We have some. I don't think they're on the call today, but we have Colorado. We've got a lot of Oregon, Washington people as well. So they will see this recording.
Okay, well, hey, if you are over there, I'm your girl, and I can't wait to meet you. Let me go ahead and share my screen really quick, and we're going to get on with our talk about the road to Elite. Let me explain this, though. Although many of you guys have not seen that Champions Page training, I definitely urge you to go there. Kevin talks about it in a different way. But my objective today is to remind you of those qualifications and what's necessary to meet, to be an elite coach and lead an elite team. But really my objective is to communicate the strategy in order to reach it, and to communicate why you should even strive to lead your own elite team, especially being a part of a two-time elite team. That means so much. So let's get on to it. Uh-oh. I don't know what's happening. Do you guys see a black screen? Okay, there we go. So I'm going to assume that most of us are here listening to this playback because we have a collective mission to help people reach their goals and live a healthy, fulfilling life. And I think that we've been given this esteemed honor to end the trend of obesity. But something that you'll hear me say way often, because I believe it with all of my heart, is that we are ending trends, plural. And ending trends is our superpower. And the trends that we're ending include the trend of obesity. That's where we start. But we're also ending the trend of loneliness and limiting beliefs and self-doubt and living paycheck to paycheck. And those are the trends that you all, this team, is on the front line of ending. And with your challenge groups and with your inviting and with organizing your month and with getting your accountability partner, with figuring out the how and the why to reach your goals, I can go on and on, but those are the things that you have to do to reach success in this business, physically, financially, mentally, holistically, for you, for your coaches, for your prospects. And those are also the ways that we end trends, plural. And so these are the stories of the person who needed or wanted to lose weight, the person who needed to gain control over an eating disorder that ran her entire life, that military spouse that wasn't quite as lonely because she had her virtual tribe and her local tribe of coaches and network of coaches, the stories of marriages that were saved because people are doing personal development and loving themselves more and communication is happening. The mom and dad or dad who just wanted to be home with the family. This is the people who love their job. They're working in their dream job, but it's just not quite enough income to live the lifestyle that they want. This is for the people who are getting out of debt, finishing school with lesser debt maybe. This is the person who wanted to be able to feed their kids second and to provide their children experiences that weren't afforded for them. These are the stories. This is what we're doing when we say help people achieve their goals and live a healthy, fulfilling life. And these are the stories that you are helping to create. And these are the stories that this team is doing, is on the front line of doing. These are the transformations that you guys are responsible for. And being an elite team is a big result in creating these amazing, holistic transformations. Being an elite team, being an elite coach is a byproduct of us helping people reach their goals to live a healthy and fulfilling life. And your success in this business is directly impacted by the lives that you influence, by the people that you touch. And so if your goal is to help people achieve their goal to live a healthy, fulfilling life, if your goal is to build a successful, well-rounded, long-living business, if your mission is to break barriers and to end trends, then elite should be a goal for you. Elite should be a goal for you individually as well as for this team again. We're helping people achieve their goals to live a healthy, fulfilling life. And so even if you came into this opportunity strictly for a physical transformation, you can and hopefully will begin to build something special, something sustainable that can potentially be passed down to generations and generations. I'm seeing that Steph has a house full of kids. We are able to pass our businesses down generations to come. And the great thing is that if what we stand for, if our mission is aligned with your mission, even a piece of your mission, then elite should be a goal for you this year. It should be something that you put on your vision board, that you look at daily. But then you put it on the top of your mountain and you strive for doing those daily business producing activities, which in most cases you are going to be doing anyway, which is helping people achieve their goals and live a healthy, fulfilling life. That is a byproduct of a holistically built, sound business. And in my opinion, being elite means that you aren't just going the way, but you are showing the way and you're helping people reach goals that transcend beyond just health and fitness. Now we're talking about holistic transformations. So in addition to everything that I've already mentioned and why we're here and our mission that aligns just so perfectly with our road to elite, these are some other reasons why. I'm not going to read them all, but let me tell you something. There are connections that will just help your business grow by being a elite team. What I mean by that is opportunities to be in test groups, not for just you, but for your entire team, for your entire organization. There's opportunities to connect with corporate executives and Carl and getting Carl on calls. We just had Shanti do a bunch of calls, and that is not for all 400,000 coaches in the network. We are asking our elite teams, how can we help you? How can we get Shanti on a call with you? Can we get Carl Deichler on a call with you? There's a VIP access line. You go directly. I don't know about you guys, but I fly Southwest and I love calling their A-list line. I don't have to wait. And we have that same thing. It's called VIP Coach Relations. But more than all of these amazing recognitions and the 5-star parties and the flowers and everything that comes with it, there's a confidence. There's a confidence that comes with leading an elite team, with saying that Beachbody they're the leaders in health and fitness, but they're the leaders in health and fitness because of us, our team. And we aren't just doing it, but we're helping people learn to do it too. I can help you. Us being elite teams means that we are showing the way and we're going the way and showing the way. We're helping people in a holistic way. So I know that I have the tools. I know that I have the resources to help you reach your goals, whatever they may be. And there's a confidence that just can't be had many other ways than by saying we are an elite team. In addition to that confidence, the $500 bonus isn't too shabby either. But let me break that down, and I'll explain it just a little bit. But every elite coach receives $100 the next year that they're recognized as elite for hitting Success Club. And when you're in the top 200, you get $400 extra. That's $500 a month by being on the front line of doing what I'm assuming, were already wanting to do, which is help people achieve their goals and live a healthy, fulfilling life and build a sustainable, well-rounded, long-lasting business. I'm assuming that that's what we want. So now that we've talked about why, let's get into the how. So here we are, Road to Elite. And this is a new program. However, it is aligned with our programs in the past. Now I'll explain that in just a sec. But really, elite is three things: acquisition, retention, and leadership duplication. Acquisition, retention, and leadership duplication. And I'll let you know the things that I really want you to remember. I will give you signs like this. Remember this. This isn't quite one of them. I'll let you know. But it's acquisition, retention, and duplication. So the Road to Elite, this is what's the same. It's 5-star diamond or higher, and we're holding it for 6 consecutive weeks throughout the year, or for at least 1 week in December. The reason why we do the 1 week in December so that we can give anyone the opportunity to hit it without necessarily holding it for 6 weeks. 105 balanced leadership points. Now that's a little bit different. We used to call them elite points. Now we call them leadership points. It's more well-rounded. And then molding 2 coaches to diamond for the first time this year. So they could have been a coach in 2015, but as long as they hit diamond for the first time this year, then they count as one of your diamonds. Now, one of my favorite parts of this new Road to Elite and this new elite program is that we have incorporated the leadership ladder. And I love it because now we have the opportunity to talk about income, to talk about volume, to talk about how to maximize your income. Now we have the opportunity to make sure that there is a certain consistency in income for our elite coaches. And so let's talk about how we reach our benchmarks along this Road to Elite. Well, our first benchmark is team builder. Then we're going to keep making our way downtown to team leader. And then we keep going to premier, and we end at elite. Let's start with team builder. So team builder, you want to be diamond, paid rank of diamond, held for 6 consecutive weeks, or for 1 week in December with 25 leadership points. And I'll break down how to earn those leadership points in just a second. Molding 1 coach to the paid rank of emerald with 1,000 team volume on your weak leg. Something that's a little bit different from the leadership ladder program that we've now incorporated into this Road to Elite is that the leadership ladder was on a monthly basis. Now this is going to be on a 5-week rolling basis, much like how our volume is added up anyway. Does that make sense, y'all? Now the fun part about team builder is that once you reach it, we're going to send you out this really fun little paperweight trophy. So cute. It might say something different, so don't get attached to the wording. But not only that, we get the confidence that comes with saying, ding, ding, we did it. My goal for you guys is to lock it in by the end of quarter 1. And then we're going to keep making our way downtown to team leader. Team leader is a 1-star diamond or higher, being held for 6 consecutive weeks or 1 week in December. With 50 leadership points, and molding either 2 new emeralds, 2 coaches to the paved rank of emerald, or 1 coach to the paved rank of diamond for the first time this year, with a team volume on your weak leg of 2,500. Now, once you reach your team leader, we're going to send you another little paperweight. But the cool thing is that it makes sense. It snaps. Okay, and then we also will be sending everyone who reaches this benchmark this backpack, which let me tell you guys, I've been trying to get my hands on it. It's so cute and it's so big, but it's still compact at the same time. Anyway, I love it. And we're going to be sending this to you in addition to your trophy. So that's team leader. Questions for me? Yes, that's the one. Isn't it so amazing? Yes.
It's probably my favorite gift we've gotten.
It's like, I seriously have been trying to get my hands on one since we got them.
I use it for my laptop.
Any questions about team builder or team leader stuff so far, y'all? Just unmute yourself if you do. Okay, so let's move on. We're making our way down the road to elite, and we have made it to premier leader. And what that means is we are at least 2-star diamond or higher, with holding again for 6 weeks or 1 week in December, with 75 leadership points, molding 1 coach to the paved rank of diamond, with 5,000 team volume on your weak leg. Once you reach that, we're going to send you over paperweight trophy. That makes sense. Next, we've made it back to our elite leader. And again, I've mentioned this earlier, it's 5-star with 105 leadership points and molding 2 coaches to the paved rank of diamond. So I've talked a lot about these leadership points and 25 and 50 and 105. Let me explain, how do we earn our leadership points? There's 3 ways, there's 3 categories to earn these points. The first category is through your APV, your acquisition personal volume points. And for this, you get 1 leadership point for every 500 in total. So this is a roll in total volume produced by your 2019 coaches and customers. At the bottom of this, I'll highlight who these categories affect. So this APV category is your 2019 coaches and 2019 customers. I know one way that Steph tracks, I'm sure you guys have heard, is that she keeps a list of all her 2019 coaches, she keeps a list of all her 2019 customers, and she continues to add the volume that they bring on. Now, this is a rolling total also, meaning I'm going to give you an average. Actually, I'm going to hold. Now, this average, if we were to hit this, and this is what I want you to know. This is what I want you to know. Write this down. I don't care if you know about APV or what it stands for or what the acronym is, but what I want you to know is that if we set a goal, a monthly goal of 2,084, we'll say 2,100 from your 2019 customers and 2019 coaches, you will end the year with enough points. Now, that number, I will say, because it's a ramp up, you might not get 2,100 in your first month. That's okay. What we want to do is we want to average this number. Steph, I think I saw your hand.
I did. So is this different than last year? Like it's a rolling number, or is that how always been like that?
It's always been like that. Meaning, let's say that in January you had 950 points.
Yeah.
PV from your 2019 coaches to 2019 customers. Well, that means you're going to get 1 point, but as soon as you get 50, you're already at the next point for the next.
I didn't realize that. That makes, okay, because I love the tracking, because I always thought that, like, well, I'm at 950, I need 50 more PV and I'll get that other point. So that's why I tracked it, but that's not the case. So that makes sense. Okay, thank you.
But I think that you tracking it like that, I think that gives you a little bit more of a, I think it gives you a little bit of an advantage doing that and just gut checking yourself. Hey, I can do 50 more. Let's get 2 points. Let's not wait till the next month to get that second point. But it is a rolling total. So again, this is what I want you to know. Your goal should be an average of 2,100 volume from your 2019 coaches and 2019 customers. And remember that that personal volume comes from your personal orders and customer orders. So helping them help others also. And one thing that I don't necessarily like about the APV category is the name. because sometimes it means just acquisition, and that's not what this category is. This category is acquisition and retention, which is another reason why it's a ramp up of the volume, meaning that coach that signed up with 140 volume, where they're going to have 90 volume the next month, the 90 volume the next month, and maybe the next. So that's why it's a ramp up. But 2,100 should be the average goal. Make sense, y'all? That's doable. We can do that. Okay. The next category, the second category, is your Leadership Success Club points. So you'll earn 1 point each time one of your 2018 or 2019 coaches hit Success Club. And then, because we go the way and show the way, when you hit Success Club, also that point doubles. That's not what I want you to know. What I want you to know is that if you set a goal to help an average of 3 2018, 2019 person-sponsored coaches hit Success Club, you will cap out in that category. Not only will you cap out, you will cap out by 22 points. So really it's between 2 and 3 PS coaches on average. And the reason why I really am putting an emphasis on the average is because I don't want you to be discouraged if you don't have anyone right now in January hitting Success Club. Let's focus on bringing them on, creating the Success Club culture, going the way and showing the way, and then maybe in February or March, you start getting 1, 2. Well, we want an average of 2 to 3 18, 19 PS coaches hitting Success Club. That's what I want you to know. Y'all, these numbers are not crazy. These numbers are doable. The third way to earn your leadership points is through your PS1 plus Success Club points. And so you earn 1 leadership point for every 2019 person-sponsored coach who earns 1 Success Club point in their first full month. 1 Success Club point in their first full month. And remember that Success Club is any 90 PV on HD. Steph?
Our coaches who signed up in December, do they count in January if they hit Success Club, get a Success Club point in January?
That is correct. They do.
So the coaches who signed up in December. Okay. Another question. The coaches and customers who signed up December 28th, 29th, 30th, do they count at all for January or for this year?
Not their volume, but let's say it's a coach that hit Success Starters, and I'll talk about that in a second.
Okay.
Or it's a coach that signed up in December and their first full month is January, then yes, they do count. But their volume that they came in with stays in 2018.
Okay.
Great questions, by the way. And if anyone else has questions, stop me, unmute yourself, and ask them. I want to make sure that no one walks away from our conversation with unanswered questions. Get all your questions answered, because this is something that I believe everyone on this call is capable of. So that's not what I want you to remember in this category. What I want you to remember in this category is that our monthly goal should be to help at least 1 new coach earn commission from a challenge pack in their first full month. If our goal is to help people in a holistic way, right, we're not only ending the trend of obesity, but we're also ending the trend of living paycheck to paycheck. So why not make our goal to help someone who wants it and needs it to earn commission in their first full month of coaching? And I think that sometimes when we say earn Success Club point, I don't know, if people start getting crazy a little bit, but let's think about it as earn commission from a challenge pack in their first full month. I want you to get $80. I want you to get $50. I want you to get something.
To go off of that, just for my team's purposes, I always, when I'm talking to my new coaches, like before they even join the new coach training, we're talking about coaching, I always say that my goal is to help them earn back their investment the first month in coaching. So earning back their investment is hitting Success Club. So like that is our goal through the new coach training, is to help them. Obviously we can't guarantee any level of income, blah, 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 disclaimer. But my goal is to help them hit Success Club their first month, which means help them earn back, cover their investment. That's what I always tell them.
I love that because, the rule of thumb is 3 challenge packs will bring them that return on that investment. And I think that this particular category goes beyond coaches who want to work the business even. If this is a discount coach who doesn't necessarily want to work the business or they're still not quite sure, we can say, well, if you want to make a little bit of money, this is how you do it. Okay? So quarterly goal, and this is a challenge that I'm giving to you guys, is to help one person earn success starters each quarter, every 3 months. I think that's totally doable. And as we earn our points in these individual categories, that is how we make our road to elite. And once you make your road to elite, well, guess what? In addition to everything else that I've already shared at the beginning of our call, we will send you a paperweight trophy. And guess what? It goes. And we'll even cap it off. I love it. These little things just make my heart smile. So that's how we earn our road to elite. The one thing I didn't mention about the elite leader is the 5,000 team volume. I've talked a lot about volume. Let me go a little bit deeper into volume. Well, your team volume, which is different than your PV, your acquisition personal volume is different than your team volume in the weak leg. Your team volume comes from coach orders. And these are from coaches within your entire organization. And building your volume should be a goal because that's how residual income is earned. We know that we can go make great one-time income selling challenge packs to customers, but building a team is how we work a little bit smarter, not so harder, but also how we get residual as opposed to those one-time orders. And really the team volume comes from acquisition, retention, and leadership development, that well-rounded business. Now, I do want to make clear that your weak leg is the leg that has the least amount of volume on it. The reason why I want to make that clear is because I've had some people who thought it was the leg that had the least amount of coaches, and that's not true. I'm sure you guys know this, but I don't want to leave it up to assume that you do. So it is, you can have 2 coaches on there and have well, let's say 4. You can have 4 coaches on there and that leg be so strong, right? Or you can have 1,000,000 coaches on there and that leg be so weak. So your weak leg is the leg with the least amount of volume. And that's what we're going to be focusing on. That's how we're going to be driving the income. I actually broke down a little bit. We're talking about T20s coming out, right? With the promotion price, 8 challenge packs or Success Club 16, or 5 challenge packs, Success Club 10, and 8 people retaining on Shakeology or something worth 90 PV will get you what we need for that APV category, that 2,100. And you can play around with that based on the products that you plan on promoting that month, your own personal Success Club goals and numbers, how many coaches you plan to bring on, recruit that month. So just know that you can play around with it just a little bit. Success Club 16 may need to be the new norm. Success Club 16. So how do we build our weak leg volume? Now I put weak leg in those parentheses just because this is how we build volume, period. But we add coaches. That's a given. Acquisition. We talked about that a lot. But then to help them earn in their first month. Discount coach, business building coach. I want you to get a return on your investment. I want you to get $50. Retaining coaches and creating fun incentives and reasons why they would want to repeat their order, and creating those lifelong advocates. Knowing other products that aren't just Shakeology and beach bars. What other products do we have? Like, have you tried the apparel? Are you wearing Lululemon all the time? And we have really nice tights with Beachbody, and you get commission off of them. There's volume attached to them. So making sure that we are introducing a diversified portfolio of what we can offer to our coaches and to our customers. Also helping coaches develop, creating a Success Club culture, creating an advancement culture, and helping them to duplicate, knowing that the diamonds are where the rank is built, but the star diamonds are where the bank is built. And 2-star diamond is really when you begin to see that real income shift. 2 stars also when you get the opportunity to open up your second CBC. And then working deep within your organization. If there's a a PS coach that's 3 levels deep or 2 levels deep, and their coach isn't quite sure they want to work the business, but they're like, let's go, I'm ready, but their coach is not giving them what they need. Work with them, because ultimately the volume helps everyone. Work deep within your team. And then remember that your weak leg is an organization-wide effort. It's not just your personal effort. So when I talk about 5,000, when I talk about 2,500, when I talk about 1,000, it doesn't just come from your own efforts. It comes from your team. So on our road to elite, we have team builder, team leader, then we make our way to premier leader, and we end the year at elite. Well, let me break down some of the dates. So these are just suggestions. If I'm talking to a brand new coach, maybe they're not diamond or they're diamond right now. So brand new coach, someone who's coached to diamond. Then the first step, team builder, should be accomplished by the end of the first quarter. So by March 31st. And I based it off of the averages that I gave you in this presentation. So if we accomplish those averages, then we should hit team builder by the end of March. And then we're going to team leader based on the averages that I gave you. Of course, you'll have to work on your leadership duplication to mold that one diamond. But we should achieve that by summit. So by the end of June. And then premier leader, based on the averages that I gave you, those were the only things that I needed you to remember of this whole presentation, were those averages, those monthly goals. If we achieve those, then premier leader should be accomplished by the end of the third quarter, by September 30th. And then for 5-star, the points will be done by December 31st, but we'll want to lock in our rank by November 21st. So those are some good dates that if you're like, where should I be throughout the year? Well, now we reverse engineered them, and these are where you should be throughout the year. And once we make our way to elite, we've landed on elite. I mentioned earlier that bonus that comes with it. Well, let me talk about how to earn those bonus. We have a ranking system with our elite, and you earn ranking points in 3 ways. I know there's only 2 ways shown, but in 3 ways. The first way is through capping out in your categories. We mentioned 105 points to reach elite, but guess what? You can get more than 105 points. As a matter of fact, if you average 3 PS coaches in Success Club every month that count towards elite, you're going to end the year with 72 points, where it's really about 50 is the cap for that category. And so all 22 points will just help you with your rank within the company. So the first way is anything in excess of the caps. The second way is you receive 25 ranking points each time you have a person-sponsored coach rank advance from diamond to 1-star through 5-star. Meaning if they go from diamond to 5-star, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You get 125 leadership points from that one coach, which helps with your rank within the company. The third way is through success starters. So I gave you guys a goal to help at least one coach earn success starters every quarter. Well, that's 4 right there. That's 100 points right there to help with your rank within the company. Why does this matter? Well, there's $500 on the line. There's a $500 bonus waiting for our top 200 coaches. Every elite coach gets $100 the year that they are recognized as elite by hitting Success Club, and there's some other qualifications involved, but $500 is on the line here. So just to recap the things that I really, really wanted you to remember, I don't care if you remember anything else that I said today. This is the thing. If we do this, we will end elite. Monthly goal, 2,100 from 2019, coaches and customers. That's acquisition and retention. Helping 3 2018, 2019 coaches earn Success Club. And helping 1 brand new coach earn a commission in their first full month of coaching, with a quarterly goal of helping 1 coach earn their ticket to the event of the year, Coach Summit. This is what I want you to remember. And that, my friends, that is the road to elite. Again, it's acquisition, retention, and leadership duplication. Or, to break it down more simply, earn Success Club and advance. Recruit coaches and help your coaches earn Success Club and advance. This team is a 2-time elite team. I know within my being, within my soul, that you guys will do this again. But my challenge is I want to see a team of elite teams coming from this organization, a team of elite teams. Now, I've shared the reason why. I've shared the how, but don't take it from me. Take it from these people.
So the first Thursday of every new year, we have the opportunity to call coaches who have worked so hard the previous year and be able to announce that they have accomplished their goal, their team goal, what they've been working so hard towards all year long, and be able to celebrate with them, ultimately, that they hit elite.
We are excited to congratulate you and your family and your team on being a 2018 elite team.
Oh my gosh. It's pretty awesome, guys. I don't even know what to say. This is maybe the most nerve-wracking day of my entire year. Oh my God, I can't believe it. It did not feel real until right now. Oh God, this is amazing. Gosh, I didn't want to have an ugly cry on here. Oh my gosh. Holy cow. Holy cow.
I don't know what to say. I'm lost for words. That doesn't happen very often. But
You are the number 2 coach.
Oh my gosh, you guys, it's so crazy. I didn't think I was going to be emotional, but it's been like an insane year. One of my favorite parts about making elite calls is when someone has their whole family. You have their spouse, you have their kids, and they're all hugging each other and just making it a this moment.
oh my God. Wow, wow, wow.
Yay! We can sing! Woo! Yay! I mean, they're the ones make you cry. They're the ones that helped me start it. It was her when I left her the whole first 2 years of her life and didn't get to see anything she did, and I hated it. It is something that I longed for and didn't know that I could have. That was the business and be mom to these crazy kids. Don't eat his candy. Don't touch your sister.
When a coach decides to push for elite, I see an instant change in the way that they approach their business day to day, and it truly does bring a fire and a passion to them.
In January, I was an Emerald coach, and 1 year later, January, we are 5-star diamond elite team. So our team has just done some work this year, and we have changed so many lives.
And this thing has taken off and become to be so much bigger than I could have ever imagined it to be.
I never quit, and I had a million reasons to quit on the goal.
For me, it was like more of a thing I wanted to do just for proof of the network, you know, like that it doesn't matter what's happened to you, you can come back from whatever, and it's how you choose to have it define you and how you choose to react.
You have to not be scared to go to somebody and say, I believe in you and our team needs you and you can do this. Like, you have to just like empower people from within.
We are a 4-time elite team, Team Dream Again. Woo!
We are a 2018 elite team.
Robin, Chelsea Pearson, and Shred Nation is a 2018 elite team.
My name is Elsa. This is May, Brody, Callie, and our mom is a 2018 elite coach.
My name is Keisha Fitzgerald. I'm the founder of Team Fit Foundation, and we are a 2018 3-time elite team.
Whew, it gets me every time. But guys, this was for the person who needed to lose weight or wanted to lose weight, for the mom who wanted to be home with her kids, for the person with the mission to help people achieve their goals and enjoy a healthy, fulfilling life. That's why you should strive for elite. That's why Team TransforME should be a 3-time elite team filled with elite teams. Guys, that's all I got. I do see a question. I'm going to stop my screen really quick, and I'm going to answer Taylor's question. Does a coach have to rank advance like for the first time that year? So does my coach who hit diamond last year count for elite ranking points? Yes, they count for elite ranking points. When they hit 1-star, you'll get 25. 2-star, all the way to 5-star, they do. They won't count as one of your new diamonds. I just want to make that clear. They won't count as one of your new diamonds just because they hit diamond last year. Great question, Taylor. Any other questions? Again, my objective is for everyone to know how to do this, know why we should do this, and believe that we can do this. Don't leave here with unanswered questions. What questions do you have for me?
I have another question, but while they think of questions, it's not related to elite though, but I thought you might have the answer. Our Success Club point dollars doubled this month. Are they? I haven't seen an announcement for it. Okay.
Oh, really? Well, let me check. I know that it was slated.
Yeah,
it was slated, for our game plan. Yeah. Let me double check.
And second question, Nicolette just texted me. Do you know when elite calls are being made? Is that today?
Yes, double trip dollars are happening. No, it's being made on the 9th.
Okay, thank you.
Great questions. Any other questions? Do you guys feel like you can do this? Does this feel like something that is totally possible? All right, write it down, visualize it, put it in your phone, put it in your bathroom, put it in your kitchen, read it every day. I am an elite coach. All right, guys. Mwah. Thank you so much for having me. I'll see you guys soon.
Thank you so much, Keyshawn.
My pleasure.
Bye. All right, guys. That was awesome. Freaking that video makes me cry every single time. Every freaking time. Get down. Oh, Allie's awake. Of course she is. As soon as I get on the phone. All right. Do you guys need anything? Any questions, anybody? No? Okay. Well, then I will talk to you guys soon. I have an elite tracker if anybody wants to track their points. Like she was explaining how I track. I did it last year, and I locked in my points by April. My points were locked in by April. So if you guys want to track, let me know. And I swear to God, it keeps me motivated. So, alrighty. Talk to you guys soon. New coach training, challenge groups. Make sure you're in there. Bye, guys. Bye.